Public memory is a rhetorical device that affects communities both big and small. From 9/11 to memories you share with your family and friends, public memory brings people together, changes views on different situations, and brings audiences closer together through a bond. Public memory is something everyone experiences, and while the memory is shared, it affects each person individually. It is a strong rhetorical device allowing the speaker to connect with their audience. When attempting to persuade an audience, finding a common ground can be a successful tool. Therefore, public memory can be used to find that common ground and grab the audience's attention. Public memory is arguably one of the strongest rhetorical devices someone can use. You cannot argue with how a person feels and how different events trigger different emotions. By using pathos, you make an emotional connection, truly drawing your audience in. It allows you to engage with others, whether they are complete strangers or close friends. Memories one shares with others can create nostalgia, hope, laughter, and appreciation. While creating a bond, it allows people to truly connect with one another, thinking about good times or bad times we've shared with others. Shared memories provide a support system, potentially changing our view on tragedy. They allow us to find comfort in each other. These memories we share with others can go unappreciated or taken for granted. Memories can easily be lost. As we grow old, they start to fade away. Oftentimes, all we have left are bits and pieces. However, experiencing things with others gives us a second chance at finding those buried memories. It only takes one person to remind us that they are still there. We learned in class that public memory is a shared sense of the past that is determined and shaped by a group. It constructs a sense of communal belonging and identity. This is true for all communities. What's fascinating about public memory is that you don't need to be right next to someone to have the same memory. Eagles fans will always share the memory of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. It is a memory you can discuss, asking, "Where were you when the Eagles won the Super Bowl?" This is one way public memory affects a large community. As for a smaller community, like families, the memories may be more intimate. One memory my family will never, ever forget is our cruise last December. This was our very first cruise, and it was absolutely not what we expected.
The cruise to Florida and Bahamas was really funny.
Quite miserable at the time, but now it's so funny.
It wasn't the best experience.
It started to go a little bit south.
The second half was bad.
My memory of that is all bad because we were in the middle of a storm.
We hit a storm, very rocky boat.
All the way back, they decided to go through the storm.
The boat went back through the storm, so we had to sail back through the storm.
We had high waves of about 30, 40 feet that, didn't splash the windows, it submerged the windows.
Yeah, the waves were very scary.
And I recall these 25-foot waves looking out my tiny window, and I just felt so scared.
It's just very intense with the 40-foot waves hitting our window every night. We're falling asleep to the boat rocking.
And there were other people walking around who kept falling and plates were crashing everywhere.
Didn't feel good. I felt like this. I felt like I was just on a slant constantly.
The storm was so bad that we had to evacuate the islands.
Because they were like, yeah, we're evacuating everyone. Bye. Get off.
I did not want to leave until I got my hair braided.
That was funny.
Yeah, I got my hair braided.
We were trying to evacuate the island.
And you went and got your hair braided.
Coming back, it was incredibly choppy.
And I just remember everyone being like, whoa, whoa.
I really shouldn't say it was all bad because there was some fun entertainment.
At least comforting to know that we were all in this together.
It's crazy how we experienced something we thought was so awful, but it has now become something we find hilarious. That is how powerful public memory is. It is an incredible tool that not only brings people together, but can change your point of view. Without public memory, I think we would all become lonely. While we would still be able to interact with others, not being able to remember what you felt or experienced would take the meaningfulness away of human interaction. We may all interpret the past differently, but we cannot deny if something happened. That is why public memory is so powerful. It is something that holds everyone together, good or bad. We are all emotional beings, and can be heavily persuaded by emotions. It may not be necessary to use public memory in every argument, but it is a useful tool that will give you an edge. Connecting to your audience gets them to listen and pay attention, but there are many other parts of rhetoric to explore in order to convince your audience that what you believe is correct.
I love when I was young. This song.